I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a request for grade B. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request pretty much any type of video, you'd either, pretty much any type, you'd either do it directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. But the review for today is for Ali, the 2001 film starring Will Smith as Muhammad Ali, directed by Michael Mann. You also have Jamie Foxx, Jon Voight, Mario Van Peebles, among others. And pretty much this is sort of the heyday Muhammad Ali, from him fighting Sonny Liston all the way to the Rumble in the Jungle where he fought George Foreman. It ends with his victory against George Foreman. Now, I've always liked the film. I thought Will Smith did a really good job as Muhammad Ali. The mannerisms, the voice, the rhymes, the demeanor. I know he was nominated for an Oscar, but I believe Denzel won for Training Day. Denzel for Training Day. I don't know if I can say that performance was better than this one. Just because when I think of Denzel in Training Day, I just think of him yelling. And it's a good performance, but I don't know, I've seen other performances of Denzel I would say I like better than his performance in Training Day. I don't know, if I would have probably picked Will Smith's performance over Denzel, but that's just me. Because you have to try to capture the essence of Muhammad Ali, but it can't be just a bona fide impression as well. But I think that's maybe how some people felt, that it was just Will Smith trying to do an impression of Ali. But yeah, I thought Will Smith did a really good job with the performance of it. I thought the fight scenes were well filmed, and whether there's some nice usage of slow-mo, the camera angles. Jamie Foxx is one of his friends who's got his back. Mario Van Peebles, I forgot Mario Van Peebles was in this as Malcolm X, and I like Mario Van Peebles, so that was a nice little surprise. Funny enough, LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow, he was Martin Luther King Jr., but he doesn't really have any bits in this. So I don't know if Ali never talked to Martin Luther King, or maybe they shot more footage and they didn't do anything, but it's like, wow, they got that guy for Martin Luther King, but I only saw him like pictures in newspapers or something of that sort. Not really much of that in there, so maybe that was on purpose or what. It's just weird that they cast someone from Reading Rainbow, the guy from Star Trek: The Next Generation, Geordi, which to me, like, oh, I recognize him, and I can't remember any dialogue he had in the movie. John Voight as Howard Cosell, he was fairly good in it, and some of the better acting moments was between the two, where Ali and Howard Cosell show their friendship and that they really care for each other. And I thought, again, John Voight and Will Smith did work nicely with each other. Michael T. Williamson, he's in there a bit as Don King. I don't recognize the guy who played George Foreman. It does also go into Ali beginning his Muslim beliefs. That's why he changes his name from Cassius Clay, which he said that's the name they gave me to hold me down, but I'm a free man, so I'm Muhammad. I was given the name Muhammad Ali from the Islam leader Elijah Muhammad. I get that's a big part of Ali's story. I can't really say I cared about that part of the story though, and then a good chunk of the film is the portion where he refused to go to Vietnam. And they said, well, you know what, if you don't, then you could go to jail for like 5 years. And he's like, well, granted, there's some funny lines where he's on the phone. Yeah, I know where Vietnam is. It's on TV. Oh, Southeast Asia. It's there too? Again, there are important parts of Ali's life, so I can see why you can't take care of them. You can't denounce them. You can't say that's not part of the equation. I guess for me, and I know this is not right for a biographical film, when it was the stuff involving the ring, stuff involving the sports aspect, whether dealing with Howard Cosell or the fight scenes or getting pumped up and prepared for the fights, when he's the champ is here, rumble, young man, rumble. Or there's a portion outside with the kid, I'm going to hit you real fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did that hurt a lot? But he never threw a punch. I mean, when I think of Ali, I think of the fun, the joy, the sense of humor. And it seemed like you didn't get a tremendous amount of that. Now, granted, Will Smith would show that out and joke around with reporters, or it's like, $1,000 to the man who brings me Howard Cosell's toupee. And I'm not saying you can't have any drama with the proceedings, but it seemed as if the movie wanted more to be the more dour, sad, I wouldn't say depressed, but more somber portions of Ali's life. And it's funny, I think Roger Ebert, when he did a review, he said this felt like more like a eulogy for Ali. But I mean, this is when Ali was still with us. I guess, well, I did enjoy the film for the reason I mentioned. Will Smith's performance, the cast did a good job. Michael Mann is a very talented director. I mean, I love his film Heat and Manhunter and Collateral, among others. And this is, I think, definitely better than his Miami Vice movie or Public Enemies or Black Cat. I just felt there was some stuff missing, and that's what I mean. Maybe more portions of Ali's joy in life, or just being so much stuck on the religious aspect, which I know is a portion of his, big portion of his life. But I mean, there's an assassination of Malcolm X that they show, and you see Ali sad, but it seemed as if that scene would be bigger, longer, more in depth. His dealings with his friend having been assassinated. But it felt as if that portion went by too quick, Ali's reaction to that. I don't think they even had to react to Martin Luther King passing away. I would have to think there would have been some kind of thing to that. Unless I completely blanked out and missed it. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the film. It's a well-directed movie. The fight scenes are well done. And the choreography, I guess that'd be a bit tougher because you have to try to mimic what actually happened. Can't just do willy-nilly your entire different routine. It's like, well, you gotta probably want to try to match the reality of what happened in those matches. Will Smith was in humongous shape. I mean, great shape. His movements in the boxing ring, again, his demeanor, his look. Will Smith, I could see, or I could bet, he was hoping this would be his Oscar movie. But when the film came out, it didn't really have a big, widespread acclaim, like, feel to it. As in, it got good reviews. But it didn't have that, oh my god, this will be an Oscar darling, and it didn't get a tremendous amount of nominations, and maybe that is because, like me, they too felt that there was some stuff that seemed missing. And again, I know this would be a bad thing to say, I do wish they didn't concentrate so much on the religious aspect. It's an important part. I mean, it's the fucking name, Muhammad Ali. Where did that come from? This is where. But it just, sometimes it seemed like that dragged down so much by either that or the Vietnam stuff that it just sucked some of the fun that maybe you could have had in a biopic of Ali, but maybe that's the thing. It's not all supposed to be fun and games. I get that. It just, whenever I think of Ali, I'm sure a lot of people either think of his movements in the boxing ring or that demeanor of being cocky and funny, and you do get a lot of portions of that. It just, I think that's the thing, is the drama in this didn't do much for me. Will Smith's acting and Jamie Foxx's acting did stuff for me, but the drama portions kind of felt a little flat to me. And what kept me going was the actors, the fun bits in between, the fight scenes, the boxing scenes. And I'm not a connoisseur in boxing. I'm not the most knowledgeable on boxing. So whether this is if it's well done, the choreography, like if it looks real or not, I'm not the connoisseur of it. But Ali, still not one of my favorite Michael Mann films, but still a pretty decent flick. And it did feel a bit long. But I guess what I'm saying is, for those who are huge, knowledgeable experts of Muhammad Ali, is this a great representation of his life? Right, it's a portion of his life. Is this a great representation, or is it not? And if it is, okay. If it's not, please feel free to explain in the comments why that is. I would love to hear more from experts of the man. But I can say, overall, I did enjoy the film. I saw this film back in the day. It's not a film I rewatch a lot. But again, Will Smith, he talked a little jive. He's going down 5. Yeah, I did get a kick out of that. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to say other than that. Still a good film. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.